Hey guys, happy Sunday, welcome back to my channel. I want to preface this with the fact that I have a new camera. I'm not quite sure I like it yet, or if it's good or if it's bad. I think it's following me. My issue with my old camera was that it lost the autofocus and it was driving me crazy as I was editing the footage. Guys, welcome back to my channel. We're not gonna talk about cameras, we're gonna talk about Hermes bags. And I want to give you an ultimate buying guide for Hermes Evelyne bags. Now, let's just run them through. I have the little Hermes Evelyne TPM. Look at this tiny little guy. This is the Hermes Evelyne TPM, also called the Hermes Evelyne 16 because it's 16 centimeters across. Right, this is the little guy, and it's obviously in the noir black color. I also have an Hermes Evelyne PM, which is also called the Hermes Evelyne 29 because it's 29 centimeters across in this gorgeous green color that I unfortunately don't know the Hermes name of. And lastly, I have my Hermes Evelyne GM. This is the one I wear the most, just for some sneak peeks of the reviews. This one is in this chocolate brown or espresso brown color. It's this gorgeous Clemence smushy leather. Why can I not say smushy? Smushy struggles. But before we talk about these actual bags, I want to talk a little bit about the Hermes Evelyne history. Evelyn Bertha, basically the head of the Hermes equestrian department, created this bag in 1978. I probably butchered her name, I'm very sorry. A French-speaking person, please let me know how I should pronounce her name. Basically, this bag was initially part of the equestrian line of Hermes, right? So you did not find this if you looked at their handbag department, right? You had to go into the equestrian department, find the bag, and buy it from there. That was because this bag was created to host horse grooming equipment. The thought process was that when you've groomed your horse, right, the horse grooming equipment needs to dry off. It needs to have some airflow, right, which is why this perforated H is here, so that the horse grooming equipment could dry in the leather bag, since the perforation would let the air through. Right, the Hermes bag was not initially created with a pocket. The Hermes Evelyne version 1 was without a adjustable strap and without a pocket. These on the pre-loved market are usually a little bit less expensive than the current version 3. This is the version 2 that I'm holding up right now. You can see that it still had the non-adjustable strap, but they created it with a pocket on the front. Now, most people wear the back of the bag to the front. I personally prefer to wear the front of the bag to the front because I think the pocket is such a cute detail, which is also why I personally would not buy the version 1 because I prefer it with the pocket, both for the functionality of having a pocket, but also for the look of just having that pocket on the front of the bag. The version 3 was created similarly with a pocket on the front, but also with an adjustable strap, as you can see. Wait, right there you have the little adjustable mechanism. Now, in my own experience, we're gonna go into this a little bit more later, but I'm not sure the adjustable strap does a lot for me personally because I put it on the shortest setting anyway. Now, these bags, as we've already talked about a little bit, they come in different sizes. They come in the TPM, the mini one, the size 16 centimeters across. They come in the PM, the 29 centimeters across, also called the Evelyne. This is specifically the Hermes Evelyne 29. It can be called version 3. So if you see something online that says Hermes Evelyne 29 and then 3, as in the 3 just stripes next to each other, that's this bag essentially. This is the Hermes Evelyne GM in the version 2. So if you were to see this on the internet on the pre-loved market, it would essentially say Hermes Evelyne 33 and then 2 little eyes next to each other essentially. There's also an Hermes Evelyne TGM, which is 40 centimeters across. So that's a huge bag. This is already a big bag, but then you can imagine this is 33, then you have an additional 7 centimeters right to the 40 centimeters. That is the TGM. Now the TGM, I've never seen it. I think it's pretty rare actually. I think the most like coveted ones are the TPM, the PM, also the GM, but I think in general people tend to, at least now with people preferring smaller bags in general, I guess it's shifting, right? Because now everyone has like a huge Margot bag, right? But essentially the TPMs, usually on the pre-loved market, are costing approximately as much as they cost in the Hermes store. The PM and the GM, you can usually get a saving on the pre-loved market. Now, in terms of pricing for the Hermes Evelynes, you cannot go onto the Hermes site and just find the price, right? But I did some digging on the internet. Now, the TPM in 2024 is priced at $2,200 US. The PM is priced at $3,850 US. The GM at $4,050 US, and the TGM at $4,500 US. Right. Don't quote me on it specifically. This is what I found on the internet from third-party websites, right? Hermes has made the Evelyne bags not part of their offering online. A few years ago, it used to be part of their offering online, so you could basically order it from the website. They have since removed that, right? So they're probably trying to make this bag a little bit more hard to get, as Hermes generally likes to do with their bags. But like I said, I think these bags in general are worth checking on the pre-loved market for if you, for one, want to be able to buy exactly the color and the model that you want. Hermes in general, we know a lot of people go on an Hermes journey. I'm not gonna tell you to go on an Hermes journey to buy these. I think they're fabulous bags, but equally, I think you can buy them pre-loved and get a pretty good saving. Now, obviously, with all designer bags, you have to buy the bag on a website or from a reseller that you trust that they only sell authentic bags, right? And also, I would recommend you to do a third-party authentication through someone else that's not the seller of the bag, right? So that you're 100% sure that this bag is authentic. Because they're not for free on the pre-loved market either, right? They do cost a pretty penny. They are fabulous, kind of effortlessly chic bags. I think about kind of Lily Vanderwoodson, right? Serena's mom. I think of her when I think of an Hermes Evelyne bag. I think she was the one who influenced me initially to buy an Hermes Evelyne bag, actually, because I was just obsessed with her style, as everyone, or at least I was. I think everyone is now. I'm not sure if everyone was back then. Now, in terms of leather types, Hermes obviously makes gorgeous pieces of leather in general. Hermes is a luxury house that's known for their fabulous leather qualities. This one is in a Clemence leather, right? So this one is squishier. This one is more kind of prone to sagging if you put it down. But it's so deliciously smushy, right? I adore the look of this Hermes Evelyne and Clemence leather. Now my other two are in Togo. This one is obviously more rigid, it holds its own also because it's a smaller bag, right? But this one is not as smushy. I have the strap inside in a little dust bag, that's why it's sticking out right there. But this bag I think is also super chic, super cute. And for the smaller bag, I mean, it's not gonna slouch anyway, so I think the Togo leather does make sense for the smaller bag. Similarly, I have this one in the Togo leather, so this one stands pretty sharp, actually, which I think is cute. It doesn't look as kind of, you know, it doesn't look like a pillow, which, I mean, it's a bag, so maybe that makes sense, but I like the brown one because it looks like something you could hug and it would hug you back, right? And it kind of looks more slouchy and effortlessly chic, right? Whilst these look more polished, right? So if you're one of these people who you like a polished, kind of structured looking bag more, you're probably better off getting the Togo. If you're someone who likes a bag that's slouchy and smushy, then you're probably better off with the Clemence leather. Now Hermes does the felt kind of bags too. I'm personally not a fan of a felt bag, especially at that price point. Then I think for longevity, you're better off just getting a leather bag because leather will in general age better than something like a felt bag will, if that makes sense. Now, in terms of colors, everyone on the internet adores Hermes colors, obviously. I would lie if I said that I wear my colorful one the most. I used to wear it a lot, right? Before I bought the other bags. I wore my PM, my Hermes Evelyne PM, so much. This is like the middle of the road. It fits a significant amount, but it's not like going to fit the living room couch and the kitchen sink and your mom's dog, right? This one fits a bunch, but for me personally, it doesn't fit my like 13-inch laptop, which for me is a little bit of a drawback, but equally, I don't really wear these bags to the office that often anyway. But this one fits a lot, significant amount. If you want a bag that fits basically everything you'll need, it fits my phones, it fits my car keys, it fits my key and card holder, it fits my cosmetic case, it fits a small water bottle, right? So you do have a lot of capacity in this. The difference is just that if I need to bring a laptop, the GM fits a laptop too. And it fits like a sweater, if it's a scarf, if it's a little umbrella if you need to, you do get that additional little capacity. And this one obviously just fits your essential. If it's the key and card holder, if it's the 2 phones, if it's a little hand sanitizer, a lip gloss, and then that's it, right? Because this is just a small little bag. This one, honestly, is my mom's favorite. When she's here, she borrows it every time. And she just has one of these like boomer flip phone cases, right, with her phone. So she just plops the little phone with a flip phone with her, with her like everything in it. And then she just goes her merry way with this. And only thing in there is just her phone with a flip phone case. I think that's kind of boomer fabulous, to be honest. I adore that vibe. So every time she's here, I'm like, do you want to borrow the little Hermès Evelyne TPM? And she's like, yep. I adore that. She has one of these, but in a PM, in Clemence leather, in noir, black. I adore that bag. That one is deliciously smushy as well. I've low-key tried to swap her PM for my TPM just because she adores this little size and I kind of adore a big bag, but let's see, I think I have to do a little bit more kind of lobbying to get her to swap with me, but let's see, that's not for you guys to worry about. Now, I was going to talk about colors before I started ranting about other things. Colors. Everyone adores an Hermes color. Now, I used to wear this one a lot. I think green is one of those colors that I obviously like wearing and goes with my wardrobe. I think what's limiting this bag, though, a little bit is the spring onion green strap. That is not the official color. That is just the Amanda Siedler name of the color. I think this strap does limit the amount of outfits that I can wear with this, because if this was the same green, it would look a little bit more boring, but I think it would be more wearable, right? I think in spring and summer, this bag is fabulous, but I struggle a little bit in winter, apart from like pairing it with my gray Max Mara coat. I think this combination of the green Hermes Evelyne with the Max Mara coat in gray specifically is fabulous, but that's obviously one outfit that we're thinking of. We want to think of more outfits in general, right? And that I could also wear with the brown or with the black, right? So I think if you're looking at getting one, like a one-stop shop bag, either get your favorite color, for me that would be Bordeaux, or cherry red, right, as the internet likes to call it, or just stick with the neutrals, right? If I want a one-stop shop bag, then I would probably be happier having just this one, the espresso brown Hermes Evelyne in GM, because this, I can fit everything. Sure, it's not like a going out bag, but arguably, I don't really think the TPM is like a going out bag either, because yes, it's a going out bag in terms of like going to a casual dinner. It's not a going out bag like going to an event, because the beauty of the Hermes Evelynes, I think, is their casual, effortlessly chic vibe or nature, right? I think these you just fling across your body, you go your merry way, you don't think about it. It's just so comfortable to carry. It's one of those bags that you can never go wrong with. It's just a brilliant bag that, like I said, it's effortlessly chic, it's comfortable to carry. It's just a 10 out of 10 in terms of user experience. I think it's super versatile. You can wear this from everything from like going to the office, to your supermarket run, to like a nice little like Christmas market gathering because we're nearing that season, or like going for a coffee with friends or going for a casual drink or something like that, right? This bag, like I've even taken this to meetings when I'm just traveling with this in my Rimowa Classic cabin luggage. Then I just plop my little laptop in here. I don't carry it with the H to the front because that's usually the recognizable part. I just carry it with the pocket to the front, and then no one knows that it's a designer bag, which I think is the beauty of this bag too. It's inconspicuous, it's mysterious, she's just that girly that everyone is just like, oh my god, that's such a fabulous bag. Like the quality looks brilliant, stunning, but you don't really see that it's an Hermes bag unless you know, right? It's like the if you know bag to a T. Not to mention quiet luxury, but you know, I think everyone is past that at this point, and it's also a little bit problematic, no? We don't want to associate her with anything that can even be slightly problematic. Now, whilst we're still on the topic of me just adoring this specific bag, I think for my frame, this strap that's non-adjustable is just engineered to perfection. Same with this one. The little strap on the TPM is not adjustable either, but it just fits me at the perfect length. Same width, at the perfect height, I should say. Same for my mom. My mom is shorter than me, but she's a little bit bustier than me. And for her, it just fits brilliantly too. I think she's 164 centimeters and I am 171 centimeters. Is that like 5'8" or something in is it called Imperial? What you guys use in the US, but this, like I said, non-adjustable, fits me perfectly or lands at the perfect length. Same with the GM in the version 2 with the non-adjustable strap. The PM, I shortened to the shortest setting possible. And that's the thing, right? I never changed the setting on this, so I get it. Like if the length of the strap doesn't really fit you super well, then it's very useful to have the adjustable strap. But for me personally, I never change it. I just set it to the shortest setting and then I leave it. So for me, I could live without like the adjustable strap, right? Because it just doesn't really serve a purpose and it feels a little bit more fidgety, and sometimes I need to like shorten it again because it's moved slightly and blah blah blah, right? So honestly, the version 2 is probably my favorite because I adore the pocket on the front, but the adjustable strap I don't really care for. And in addition, you can get the... Now I sound like an infomercial, but you can usually find the version 2 like at a lower price on the pre-loved market. So if the strap length fits you well too, then I honestly think you're better off just getting the version 2 versus the version 3 if you're gonna buy it on the pre-loved market anyway, right? I bought this one, was it like, I don't know, I think I bought it in the beginning of 2022. We're now at the... So let's say this one I've had since the beginning of 2022. Let's not do math. This one I've had since I think October 2023. So we're coming up to our 1-year anniversary, or we have passed our 1-year anniversary. Oh my god, time flies. Me and this little bag on our 1-year anniversary. This one I got in February this year, in 2024, right? So I got this one kindly from my parents for my 30th birthday. Such a generous birthday gift. I really cherish this bag. Apart from when I see my mom carrying it and she's super happy, and then I'm just like, maybe we should swap and then you can have this because you clearly adore this bag so much. And when you see your mom happy, you just want to make her happy and just give her the bag that she wants, you know? Okay, so wearability of Hermes Evelyne bags. Honestly, I think they're super wearable. I think in terms of the Hermes bags in general, I think the Hermes Evelyne is the most wearable because it's a casual looking bag. It's a bag that you can never go wrong with. You can wear it without the H on the front, right? So that it's an inconspicuous, like, quiet luxury bag. And I mean, it has a shoulder strap. You just wear it crossbody. You don't have to think about having it handheld, which is not my favorite in terms of bags. You don't have to carry it in the crook of your arm, which sometimes gets a little bit annoying and you have to change arms and blah, 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 right? I think the Kelly is also super wearable. The Birkin I wear only for special occasions because I don't really like having it in the crook of my arm for like the entire day. you know? The picotin, I think, also super cute, but equally, you don't have a shoulder strap, and I'm just a shoulder strap kind of person. Like, I like to wear a bag across my body. If you're not that type of person, and you're okay with a handheld bag, this is not the bag for you, because you literally cannot hold this by your hand unless you want to do this and that. I don't think that's super chic. I guess you could just do one of these two and just hug the bag for the entire day, which is kind of cozy, but I don't think it's giving what has to be gave, you know? So all in all, which Hermes Evelyne bag should you buy? I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. I really like having all of them. I had this urge to collect them all. I was clearly in my Pokemon phase, right? But I think in terms of sizing, if you're only going to have one, you're probably best off with a PM, because like I said, it's the middle of the road. It's the one-stop shop type of bag. If you don't need to fit a laptop, I think you're going to do so well with this one. I think in terms of carrying it, it's probably even a little more comfortable than the GM, because obviously these are all leather bags. They do get pretty heavy, right? Because the Hermes leather, you don't mess with Hermes leather, right? It's substantial, it's large and in charge. So they do get pretty heavy. Like, the bigger the Hermes bag, the heavier, because of the leather quality, which is, I think, good because it's substantial, right? But equally, for us with like back problems, we need to think about aging gracefully, right? I am a loser, but okay. If you want a one-stop shop one, PM is probably gonna be your best bet. If you want to have like the extremes, which if I could choose only to keep two right now today, like, don't hold me to this, but because I want to have all three, because I think, oh my god, obsessed. But if I could choose to have only two, like, my personality in general is all or nothing. So I think that's what I would do with my Hermes Evelyne picks too. I would choose all or nothing and pick just these two, alright? So all in terms of just having the biggest Hermes Evelyne bag I could think to wear. I don't want to have the TGM because I think that's just too big and probably gets just too heavy, right? But I think the Hermes Evelyne GM is a fabulous bag. I would not want to live without this in my collection, and I think the TPM is just super cute. I wear this on like little grocery runs or little like dinners. Also for like working dinners, right? Because this is an inconspicuous little designer bag that you can carry and no one will notice that it's an Hermes bag, right? So I think if I got to pick two, these two. If I personally only got to pick one, I would probably pick this one just because this color is everything to me. This bag is everything to me. This one was my first Evelyne love, but I think this is the middle child, and who doesn't love a middle child? No, I'm not one. I'm an only child. So that reference died super quickly, but okay, this bag is just amazing. I think all of these are amazing. It's just going to depend how much you want to carry and how much like bag you want to add to your outfit, right? I think if you like chunky, like big bags, get the GM. If you like teeny tiny bags and you don't want to think about the weight of the bag, get the TPM. If you want the, like we say in Swedish, lagom, like the middle of the road option, then you pick the PM. I hope this gave you an indication of which one to pick. I will also try them on so that you get to see how they fit and like how they look and stuff. I'm not gonna do a fashion show, like it's late in the evening, I am tired. So you're just gonna see like one outfit, but 3 different bags, also to give you the most comparable comparison between the bags. Let's try them on and then we conclude which bag you should buy. But like I said, if you like a practical, like effortlessly fabulous looking bag, you cannot go wrong with an Hermes Evelyne. That's all I want to convey to you. They're fabulous. I would not want to live without them. Like I said, I have Birkins. I wear these a lot more than the Birkins, right? But now let's try them on. Okay, so here we have the TPM version. This one is non-adjustable in terms of the strap length, right? But as you can see, it hits me basically right at the widest point of my hip. I am obviously not wearing a jacket right now, so when I do wear a jacket, it does fall a little bit higher, obviously because that bulks up my body a little bit, but I think this is just super cute, don't you think? I mean, just plopping whatever your little essentials are. Obviously, I'm super comfortable right now in like my sweatpants and my fluffy socks. OMG fashion. I promise this is not what I wear normally, but just look at that little bag. She dresses up my little casual outfit fabulously. Now let's try the next one. This is the PM. This one lands a little bit lower, but obviously since it is a bigger bag, that does make sense because you can just put it like behind your body and walk super comfortably. I think this one gives like schoolboy in the best way in some way. I don't know why. I feel like it gives me briefcase. Does that make sense? But yes, this one hits a little bit lower essentially. Now the final Evelyne that hits at the highest point of my body, which I think is super comfortable, right? Especially for walking. You can do the same thing, fling it across your body because it's a bigger bag. It doesn't really look like it lands higher, but it sits higher, if that makes sense. It feels more secure to me because it hits higher at my hip. So this bag obviously also super fabulous. Do you see that brown color? OMG obsessed. And just that leather shining in the light. Now let's compare. Let's do one of these so that you can see. I would never wear all of them at the same time, but just so that we get to see the experience of the different heights, right? This one I guess will land at the same height, the TPM, right? There you can see the TPM on the GM. The PM lands a little bit lower. Do we see that? Do we see the comparison that we're trying to make? I sure hope so. Let's see. Yeah, this one lands a lot higher than this one. But obviously it's also protruding more because of the... This makes the most sense. I am delirious. Okay, guys, this is the try-on. I hope this gave you an indication of how they will fit on you. For reference, oh my god, this is bright. For reference, like I said, I'm 171 centimeters tall, right? And I do have a pretty, like, normal kind of build, I guess, but this was to try on. Thank you. Thank you so much for spending this time and space with me. I hope I gave you a good indication of which Hermes Evelyne bag is the right Hermes Evelyne for you specifically. Even if one is my favorite, that doesn't mean that it will work for you. If you have the option to go and try them on, maybe in a pre-loved shop, right? Go try them on. Even if you're not gonna buy it in that shop. I mean, see if it makes sense for your frame and your liking, right, in terms of how a bag should fit you. If you have the option to go into an Hermes store, try to go in there and see if you can try them on there. Usually they should have samples, right, that you can try. Good luck on your Hermes Evelyne journey. Do you have an Hermes Evelyne? Do you want one? Which one are you thinking of buying? Please, let's chat about Hermes Evelynes in the comments. Was this footage okay? Is this camera working? Let's keep our fingers crossed because we've been chatting for a long time. Guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. These are the Hermes Evelyne bags I have. How cute is this photo? No. Thank you so much once again for spending this time and space with me. I will leave another video right here in case you've not already seen it. If you enjoyed this chat with me, consider giving the video a like and subscribing to my channel. I will see you back here next Sunday at 3 p.m. Swedish time, obviously. And until then, stay safe, take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.